Today I wanted to talk about something I have been thinking about for a while. You can see here I gave it a name, Omni Prompting. So this kind of stems from the GPT-4o. O is for Omni, and this model is kind of the reason why I wanted to make this video, since the GPT-4o-mini came out about a week ago. And yeah, you can see here with the price they gave it, I think this is, yeah, I would call it not a new hype, but this is something I'm gonna be taking advantage of, right, in a big way. So the reason why is that more context, I think, is always better, at least on smaller models. I'm not saying GPT-4o is a very small model, but the opportunity we have with this Omni version that kind of can take in text, vision and voice, I always would like to include like a visual prompt. If you've seen some of my latest videos when I use 3.5, I always like to use as many visual prompts too, as well as text as I can. And you can see we can actually make an API call with all multi-modalities using GPT-4o-mini. You can do the same with 3.5 now from Claude. And if you see here now, this is just a function where we have OpenAI chat completions. And here you can see we can feed in a text type and an image URL. So these can go in like in the same call. So we don't have to create two different functions to use the GPT-4o-mini model. And I will expect like in a while now, you can see we will get voice. And hopefully that will be like in the same call too. It has to be, right? So that means that we can put in 3 different input types into a model to get a response back. So I'm really excited for that, as probably many of you are, right? And the reason is that the insane low price of GPT-4o-mini kind of makes this viable, I think, for the first time. As I will show you soon in this integration I have created. This is like a screen share app. Okay, so I just wanted to quickly show you the price now. So here is kind of my screen share app that I have called CogniCast. So what we can do now is click on start capturing. We can select a window. So now we're going to share this window, right? And we can go back to the app, take a screenshot, right, of this. And we can start asking questions. Can you summarize this image, please? Right, so you can see now we got some generic response here, but we can follow up with to summarize what we see on the CNN screenshot here, and we should get our response here now. And then we can go over to the API dashboard and see what the price is. So if we go over here now and refresh this, I don't think even we can see this. So it's, yeah, you can see down here it's less than $0.01. So we don't get like an exact answer here what the price is. But if we go to the documentation, I'm quickly going to show you what I mean here. So if we go to the OpenAI page, we go on GPT-4o-mini, you can see we have the price for input tokens in text, right? But we also have a price for vision. So I kind of set this to kind of my full width, 1920 by 1280. But if you look at my code here now, you can see we have something called detail low here. And that means that we're going to select low resolution. So each image we're going to send is cost us 0.0042 USD, right? So that's not much. So I think that's pretty cheap if you ask me. So the price is 15 cents per million tokens or 60 cents per 1 million output tokens. And one other thing that I haven't mentioned is that GPT-4o-mini has a bigger output token window too. I think it's 16K, is it? I thought that was an interesting addition too that we might take a look at. But yeah, I think we've gone through all the points here. So I think all of this here is kind of the key to like a hyper personal assistant. It doesn't have to be OpenAI's version. As you will see in this video, I have created kind of my own app that has this screen share feature that I can ask about what is going on my computer screen, right? And we also have open model versions of this, but I don't think the vision models there are good enough yet, but hopefully they will. So yeah, I think we're just gonna go over and see kind of in practice what I mean by this Omni Prompting, show you some examples. We're gonna take a look at the screen share app I created, and I have some other stuff I want to show you on the website where you can actually try out this Omni Prompting for yourself if you don't have access to GPT-4o-mini, right? So let's just move over to that. So let's just start with a very classic and easy to understand prompt here over on Claude 3.5, how we can actually use what I have been calling Omni Prompting. So we have a text prompt, combined with a visual prompt, right? So here is just something I drew up in Paint. So we have kind of title, a navigation menu, and some stuff here for a web page. So I just go create a React component, preview it in the same style as the home page I want for my image. I meant website. Website, right? Please. So let's just try that and see if this fixes this. So this is kind of a combination of a text input and a visual input. So this is something I have been using a lot since I started to play around with Claude 3.5. And for me, it's been, yeah, working magic in creating apps and stuff, right? So you can see here, how good is that? It's nothing new, right? But the price has come so down and the image model have gotten so good that it just saves you a lot of time, right? If I were to explain all of this, right, using text, it would take me so much longer time. So like an image says more than 1,000 words, is it? I think this is spot on in this case. And when we get voice, we can kind of almost skip the text input. We can just go straight to put up the image, say what we want, hit create, extract, just use our voice. Of course, if you're alone, if you're not alone sitting in an office or something, you can use text. So I think this is a good place to start. Now you kind of get what I mean by Omni Prompting. And of course, like I said, this will get expanded when we get the voice addition too. I'm sure Anthropic's gonna add that too when they have the model ready. So let me show you a bit what we can create by using GPT-4o-mini now that it's so cheap. Yeah, I'm just gonna show you. Okay, so here you can see my screen share app. I created this app, by the way, using Claude 3.5 and some AI programming. Worked out pretty good. So this runs GPT-4o-mini in the background. So let me just show you how it works. I think that's easier. So we can click on start capturing, and then we can kind of select any window in our Chrome, or we can select like a window or the full screen that we're gonna monitor. So let's select X here, right? So we're gonna click on that. We are kind of recording x.com here. So we are recording this page. So it's more of like a video using Canvas. And if I go to my React app now, I can click on capture screenshot. So you can see we took a screenshot from our preview window here on X. And this is gonna do like a quick analysis. We can change the prompt to whatever we want. You can see now the prompt is just analyze this image and provide a brief description of what you see. So you can see we are on the GPT-4o-mini here, right? And we can just max tokens, and yeah, it's working pretty good. Very easy to adjust to the exact customization you want, right? So you can see it kind of popped up here, and we get some we get what is kind of in the screen here. So we can start asking questions too. Can you summarize the content? Something like that. So this is always, I could always have this up and when I'm wondering on something. So we can, let me show you another thing we can do. So yeah, now we got like a summary of what we can see here on the screenshot part, right? So it's a very cool app. I'm gonna do this, share this on my community GitHub, so you can download it and use it too. Of course, you have to set up a few things like API keys and stuff, but I will do like a short tutorial on how we can use it. So if you click the link in the description, become a member of the channel, I will share this on our GitHub, right? So we can also stop sharing screen here now, right? And we can select a new window. So let's say we wanted to do the full screen. Okay, so now we are kind of sharing the full screen, right? So we can do capture, and now we can see it captures the screen I have here, right? So I don't think this has been viable before now because it's so cheap to run. So you can also set this up to do like screenshots all the time, like every 10 seconds. But I kind of like to use it in this way that I just select a window I want to monitor. So that could be any window, right? So here we have the screenshot from before, right? Okay, so we can monitor this window, we can capture a screenshot. We can ask about it. What is this? When it kind of returns. Seems to be like a digital mock-up of a website. So we can ask more. And yeah, it could just be a nice assistant. So this tried to copy what OpenAI shared on Mac. But yeah, you can use this on Windows. And I'm sure there are ways you could improve this if you wanted to. So I think this is just one of the small things you can start thinking about when building stuff using GPT-4o-mini, because the price is so low that it doesn't matter if you spam screenshots. If you spend $2 a day and this could help you, doesn't really matter. So yeah, I think it's just a very interesting thing. And let's say we get voice on this now, then when I'm home I can just start talking to this, showing it what's on my screen, just talking back and forward. So that is going to be very interesting, and that is something I'm going to upgrade this app to. So like I said, if you're interested, just become a member and I will share this. So let me just do a few final points, and I'm going to show you one more thing if you wanted to test this out. So I just did a quick update on my website. If you want to try out this Omni Prompting for yourself and you don't have access now, just go to my website, aisv.tech, and you can do it here now. So this is running GPT-4o-mini. So yeah, you can just upload an image, right? And you will get like a small preview here and explain this or something, right? Explain this, please. Right? So we upload the image, we send that with the text to GPT-4o-mini, and it kind of comes back with an explanation of the image we uploaded. So I think these are good ideas what people can start implementing into their website now. And you can set this up with all kind of bunch of different things, right? If you wanted to. Because it's so cheap, it doesn't really matter. And you can also set like input security, so you can put in so much tokens. And you can restrict what kind of images people can upload. So you could do a lot of security. I know it's a bit risky, but I think it could pay off, right? So this is super easy to integrate into your website, and it's all on the back end and stuff, so pretty cool. So yeah, I think this just shows what we can start building now going forward when these LLM prices have gone so much down. That kind of opens up a whole bunch of new things we can do, in my opinion. That is why I wanted to make this video, because I can kind of see the cross points with voice, text, and of course images coming together when the price is so low. And I think it's just going to keep falling. So it's going to be even cheaper. And this means I think there's a whole bunch of cool things we can build, right? So that is kind of what I wanted to share today. I hope you found it interesting. And like I said, if you wanted to try out this app, become a member, go to my website, test out the system I integrated here. And yeah, thank you for the support lately. It's been very good. So I hope you found this interesting. I hope you gave it some inspiration what you can start building now using these API calls, I think, because of the price has come so far down. And I am expecting Claude 3.5 Haiku to come out soon, and that is going to be super interesting too. And of course all the open source models. It's a bit more hassle to host them, but they are very cheap. So a lot of interesting stuff we're gonna build going forward. So super excited for that. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going on vacation. I'll probably see you soon anyway. Bye bye.